Hey guys, wanted to talk about ick in a saltwater reef display aquarium. Um, I made the mistake of buying a fish from a store that I don't typically buy from. I typically buy from one store only, and I just saw a fish, had to have it, and I bought it, put it in my display tank, and as a result, got ick. The day after I put it in, I noticed ick on the new fish, and a couple days after that, I noticed ick on the rest of the fish in my tank. So for me, removing all my fish and quarantining them just wasn't an option. Taking apart the entire reef tank it was the last resort. I wanted to try to resolve it within the tank first. So I just did some research and decided to give Reef Safe product a try. So the product I bought was this Ruby Reef's Kick-ich. It's a Reef Safe ick treatment. It has a couple different dosing options. As you can see here from my Amazon purchase, I bought it back in March of 2020. I bought a couple bottles of it actually, just to make sure I got rid of everything because the first round didn't get rid of it. So on their instructions, there's two different options. The first one is just their standard dosage, which is at day 1, 4, 7, 10, and 13. And if you have a heavy infection, you should do 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 13. I'm not sure what I had constituted a heavy infection. However, I wanted to make sure I got rid of it ASAP. So I went ahead and did the heavy infection dosing, which was the 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 13 days, and 2-week treatment, and then I did a water change at the end. That did not get rid of it. I waited about a week. It was still there. So I repeated, and I did the heavy again at the 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 13 days. But what I added to it was every time I put it in my tank, after a little bit I would go through and I would turkey baster the rock. I would lightly siphon my sand just to make sure I was getting that treatment into every nook and cranny, making sure I was getting it down into the sand bed. Any place that ick eggs could be hiding, I wanted to make sure I saturated. And after that second round, I could see a little bit of a difference, but it wasn't drastic. I was considering a third round, and I was going to give it another week break in between. By the end of that week break, it was gone. So I did another water change. I did a water change at the end of the second 2 weeks, at the end of the first 2 weeks, at the end of the second 2 weeks. And then at that week break, I did another water change. Again, turkey bastering all the rock, as well as moving the sand around, just to make sure I got any excess medicine out of the tank. And it did not return. And throughout the entire process, I didn't lose any fish. All the fish made it. But the key here, of course, was I didn't wait until the infection got really bad. As soon as I noticed ick on the fish, I decided it was time to take action. By the time I actually got the stuff from Amazon, it had spread to all the fish in the tank, and there were, you could see it predominantly on all the fish. So it was an infection. It wasn't, the fish weren't saturated by any means, but you could definitely see it. So it did take 2 rounds. The first round didn't really do anything. In my opinion, I couldn't see a difference. The second round is what got rid of it. Through the entire process, I didn't lose a single fish. I didn't lose any of my coral. I had anemones in there. I had SPS in there. I had LPS in there. I had pretty much every variety of coral and anemone in the tank. And everything weathered it just fine. I'm the type of person that unless I have solid results from something where I can tell you if it went well or went bad, I won't post or recommend anything. But as you can see from what I posted earlier, I bought it March 2020. It's January 2022, and it's still ick-free, and it got rid of it and it never came back. So definitely resolved my issue. Lost 0 fish, lost 0 coral. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want more content like this, you want things that I've tried and can tell you whether it's successful or not successful, tell you what my results were. If you want more information like that, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will get more information out soon. Thanks, guys.